The engine is starting up.
For launch. GC, go. Guidance, go. Fido, go. Prop, go. GNC, go. Max, go. Eagle, go. Ecom,
go. Pending final steps to cabin link check.
3, 2, 1.
Is there anyone here that would like to communicate with us? Can you give us a sign?
Welcome to the riftnationnetwork, the RNN. Putting a slide in your glide and a dip in your hip. Welcome to the mothership, the home of the travelers of the universe. With shows throughout the week, you can find us at Instagram, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, and more. Everything you could want, everything you can need right here, right now. From the paranormal to the supernatural. From comedy to the spiritual. And now, your featured show. Shall we begin?
It's showtime, folks!
Podcast may contain material that some listeners may find sensitive, offensive, or disturbing. We strive to create respectful and informative content, but topics discussed may include mature themes such as violence, explicit language, or controversial subjects, triggering content including discussions related to mental health, trauma, or other sensitive issues, explicit language. Occasionally, our guests or hosts may use strong language. While we aim to handle these topics with care and empathy, we encourage listeners to exercise discretion. If you find any content distressing, consider skipping or seeking support. Remember that this podcast is not a substitute for professional advice. If you need assistance, please consult a qualified expert.
Becon in the dark for you. Reach out, grab that spark. Wisdom waits in silent hues. Find your path out of the dark. Thursday night, the time is near. Guidance shines at 9:30. Eastern winds will draw you here. Hearts and minds no longer blurry. Your fate lies in your own hands. Wisdom flows like desert sands. Knowledge hidden in plain sight. Reach for it with all your might.
Welcome back to the Rift Nation Network. This is Beacon in the Dark. Yes, Beacon in the Dark. Hi, everybody. This is your host, Sue, or Susan. So what's up? You know, we're going to talk about chakras, but everybody's like, oh my God, I'm so tired of hearing about chakras. But did you guys know that the condition of your chakras can actually affect addictions? Many different addictions. Your chakras don't just affect your emotional, mental, and your physical health. It does have an effect on certain people, and it's how they actually develop certain addictions. Did we know this? So we're going to dive into these chakras and take a look at some of the things that we can do for help. I mean, I've got at least I've got like 2 or 3 of my chart things out here today to go over this. So I find the information, and a lot of people will touch base on keeping the balance to open up spiritually, to keep yourself going, or like I maybe have this health condition. People don't really look at it like that. But like I said, there are specific chakras that are connected to certain, excuse me, let me shut off the music, that are connected to certain ones of our conditions. Now, yeah, I can't really see the screen too well because I have on my reading glasses. This is what helps. Yeah, okay. So we're going to get right into it. We're going to delve into this. And again, any questions as we go or anything that you want to ask about a particular chakra as we're going through this, please feel free to ask, okay? Don't worry, I got my trusty reading glasses right here. And then I have my book glasses on my face. So it is what it is. So we're going to start right off with the first chakra, okay? Now, your first chakra is your root chakra. Now, here's the thing. These are what we're going to read right now. And again, guys, this information is not here to hurt you. It's here to help you. So just try to remember that. And everything that I talk about is information that I've gathered over many years with chakras. I have 2 very large books that I've created of chakra information. And one of the things that I looked into was do addictions have anything to do with any particular chakra? So it was one of the things I looked into. Now, the root chakra is actually related to certain addictions. It's related to heroin, cocaine, milk, fats, and meats. Our root chakra, okay, the actual root chakra, which if you want to know what the root chakra is, the root chakra actually represents the foundation and feeling of being grounded, nourishment, stability, security, and our basic needs. It actually deals with tasks related to material, physical world, and our ability to stand up for ourselves, control our fight or flight response, basic needs such as food, water, shelter, safety, as well as our emotional needs in family and in relationship. So when we're looking at it from that perspective, some of the conditions, okay? And again, it's located at the base of your spine. If you want to know where the chakra is actually located, the exact location is the base of the spine in the tailbone area. It actually encompasses the first 3 vertebrae in your back. Hello, Tammy. First 3 vertebrae in your back is what it is. And it also encompasses the bladder, the colon, the legs, feet, bones, large intestines, and adrenal glands is what we're actually dealing with here. So as far as this particular chakra, it also actually, it governs, it's related to security and survival, of course. It actually governs sexuality and stability, gives us the ability to be sensual yet balanced, which is something that has made us to struggle. Some of us struggle with it. Again, in and out of recovery, a lot of individuals will struggle with these things, okay? Weaknesses in the root chakra actually manifest unbalanced sexual life, overspending, cutting is another condition, and your overall health can get affected because you figure your root chakra is the bottom of the chakras. It's where we gather our energy from the earth. Now, I'm not talking the lower root. I'm actually talking about just the root. Now, if we want to get into some emotional connections that we're dealing with here, let's see, behavioral issues. And again, sexuality and fear. So it can, if it's off balance, we will have anxiety as well. Now, you figure if we're dealing with all of this, as far as in the root chakra, then we're dealing with, okay, you know, maybe if we can get these particular chakras balanced, especially for those that are going through recovery at the moment, okay, we have an issue, they're going through the recovery and they want to be balanced. Maybe we should add chakra balancing information about the chakras, certain foods and nuts that actually help it out. So let's take a look at that, okay? Let's take a look at aromatherapy that actually helps. Cinnamon. Cinnamon is really, really good to help balance this particular chakra. One of the metals we deal with in this is lead, Let's see. And food, protein. Protein is actually really good for this. Fragrance is cedar. Incense, good, is mirth. Now, if you work with crystals, hematite and bloodstone are actually the two best for this particular chakra for somebody that is going through, like I said, going through either through the addiction right now or in the start of actual recovery. So our chakras and our chakra system get affected. Okay, so especially through the addiction, or maybe this particular individual will take, and again, we're still talking about the root chakra. Maybe the actual root chakra was off balance and they were trying to compensate. And that's what happens. There could be a reason behind it, is what we're actually talking about right now. Now, let's get a little bit more information about this particular chakra. And again, any questions you guys have, trust me, I got 2 full books full of this stuff. So it actually happens. It also deals with the primal energies. Let's see, taking care of self also and others. Without this, we have that inability. Let's see, divine principles. Let's see, physical properties. Anxiety, dyslexia, grounding in the physical plane as well. It deals with that. Now, in the anatomical connections, it deals with the reproductive system, the sex, testes, vaginal, let's see, legs, feet, pelvis, and your tailbone. So those can actually be affected as well. It seems as though I need to support and work on balancing my root chakra. Yeah, these things can actually happen. And again, I'm going to give you guys the information, and then hopefully we'll have time to be able to do like a short chakra balancing as well. And again, there's a lot of chakra, a lot of information as far as chakra balancing available online, but I want to give you guys the information. Some of us, in order to heal, go through scent. Some of us do sound. Some of us, and again, there are seed sounds. There are hurt sounds as well that help balance chakras. So there's quite a bit of information out there. And again, I'm going, like I said, I've got like 2 huge books of information over here. Let's see. And again, you can actually know by some of the signs that these particular chakras can be off. Let's see, physical imbalance of the root chakra actually include problems with your legs, feet, rectum, tailbone, your immune system as well, male reproductive parts, prostate gland. Those with imbalances here are also likely to experience issues of digestion, arthritis, knee pain, sciatica, eating disorders, and constipation as well can be an issue. Hello, Nikki. How are you? Now, and again, when this particular chakra, the root chakra, is balanced, you feel supported, you feel good, you feel balanced. Let's see. Now, again, it deals with our security base needs. And again, if you're off balance, whether it's underactive, overactive, it just completely off balance. This could be some of the reasons why people are looking for self-medication type issues rather than looking into the chakras. Okay. Now, this can actually, when it's off balance, you feel loneliness, insecurities, feeling ungrounded, unconfident, abandoned, indecisive, depressed, anxious, of course, addiction, phobias, and obsessions. That's why we are starting with the root chakra, because the root is the basis of everything. And again, you can also have physical symptoms with this. You can have anger, short temper, greediness, belligerence, impatience, and feeling stuck. You can also feel fatigue, is another one that you can do. So there are, and again, this is just the root chakra. Those are the seed sounds. Okay, and again, there's a lot of essential oils. I'm trying to see if there are any other crystals. Anything dark red as far as fruit, carnelian, garnet, tourmaline, tiger's eye. But the first two I mentioned are usually the best in order to deal with that particular thing. I just had a chiropractic treatment, and that affects our blood flow. Blood flow, as does acupressure. When I've both of those, it opens up better blood flow. There you go. Better blood flow. Very good, Nikki. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, and it really does help. All of this really does help. Now, if we're going to go down to the next chakra here. Okay, I've got so much like information and I'm literally skimming it, guys. So the next chakra, again, we are talking about addictions is what we're talking about. So if this, let's see, found out, what we have here, found out that two of my chakras are off balance. Once better blood flow, it actually helped a lot when I get home. And then about running and clearing all the chakras. Exactly. And that's what we need to do. You need to cleanse your chakras literally on a regular basis. And there's a really simple method to do this, but let's get some of this information out there. So hello, Michelle, how are you? So let's get some of this information out there. And again, that was the first one, the root chakra, which actually it relates to heroin, cocaine, alcohol, milk, fats, and meats. That's some of the issues that you can have by off balance and not things not off balance. It can actually be stuck, or there are so many different things that can actually happen, and it can cause things to actually be stuck. Okay, so let's get into number two, the second chakra. Okay, the second chakra we're dealing with, of course, is the sacral chakra, and this is some of the issues that people can actually have when we're dealing with it. Okay, in the sacral chakra, you deal with gluten, wheat, starches, carbs, grain-based alcohol, okay, and chocolate. This particular one is actually located, let's get back over in here. This one, again, like I said, I'm going back and forth over here, guys. Now, the sacral chakra actually represents the connection and the ability to accept others and new experiences. It also deals with our ability to be social, intimate issues. It represents desire, pleasure, sexuality, procreation, creativity, flexibility, and fun is what we're dealing with. Okay. Now, it's actually situated about 2 inches below the navel. And the connection with the lower abdomen, kidneys, bladder, circulatory system, reproductive organs, and glands is what we're dealing with this one. Now, in this particular one, what we're talking about in here, I know I've got a couple of books. Hello, Linda Nielsen. Now, when we're talking about this particular chakra, the second chakra, there's a lot of like people have issues with grains, with certain things. It's dealing with this particular chakra is what we're talking about. Okay. Now, in the sacral chakra, let's see some of the physical divine principles, primal function. Let's deal right now with physical properties. Okay, we're dealing with like colds, your life force, also dealing with energy, sexuality, and creativity, taste. Also, taste. Now, as far as your anatomical connections, what it's connected to as far as your physical body is your abdomen, spleen, your urinary tract, your kidneys, ovaries, your uterus, blood sugar as well. So if your sacral chakra isn't functioning correctly, it's a possibility where if you have high blood sugar, low blood sugar, this could be one of the issues. Now, emotional connections we're dealing with this is the letting go, of course, taste as well, emotional needs, emotional cleansing, warmth, and your desire as well is what we're dealing with. All right. So, some of the other things we're talking about that can actually help is, let's see, aromatherapy for this one is dragon's blood. The metal for this one is tin. Food is liquid. Huh. All right. So your fragrance is rose. Incense is saffron. And the gemstones they're saying for this one is coral and carnelian. But let's see if there is another issues. Okay, so it deals with the sex hormone stimulation, helps reproductive, creative joy, and enthusiasm issues. Tend to be in relationships, violence, emotional needs, including but not limited to pleasure. Excuses to use drug often stem from these deficiencies. So what we're actually talking about is deficiencies of not having enough joy. Your emotional needs aren't actually met. That's what's causing some of these addictive type issues is what we're dealing with. And again, you're talking about a sense of abundance, well-being, pleasure, and again, sexuality. Creativity also comes from this particular chakra as well. So there's quite a bit of information and help, but we need to know which chakra we're dealing with. Cleansing and balancing all the chakras are good, but if we have a general idea of which particular chakra we're talking about, like sacral chakra imbalance. Okay, there's a difference between imbalanced and blocked. Now, when it's actually imbalanced, we're talking about dependency, codependency with other people, substances that grant you easy access to pleasure, hence why it's listed under addiction issues. Or the opposite, feeling numb, out of touch with yourself and how you feel, overindulgent in fantasies, or the opposite, lack of sexual desire. Feeling stuck in a particular feeling of mood is what happens. Another thing, as far as a total blockage. Now, the chakra isn't functioning at all, it's blocked. So, if the sacral chakra is blocked, how can the energy get up to the other chakras? Okay, this is important as well. We're dealing with constipation, back pain, urinary and kidney infections, gynecological cysts, abnormal menstruation, infertility, in again, importance. You do not feel important. Depression, low self-esteem, insecurities, and detachment issues. Jealousy and fear is another one that comes from this. Now, if your sacral chakra again is overactive, it's producing too much energy, the energy isn't going where you want, you can actually end up with anxiety, mania, aggressive, and arrogance is what we're dealing with. So there's a lot of things that can actually happen not by balancing our actual chakras. And this actually deals with the self-help issues because these are things that we need to do. But if you don't have the information, you can't really do anything to help yourself. Now, there are actually some other oils that you can actually use as far as fragrance. Cardamom, clary sage, nor oil orange. I really prefer orange. I like orange. Sandalwood, ylang ylang. It's really, really good. Ylang ylang is good for balance as well. Let's see. And again, any herb that you're dealing with that has like an orange tint to it, orange food, it will really help, like an orange. An orange is orange. There you go. That'll help you out as well. Let's see. Garnet, tiger's eye. Now, tiger's eye works for the bottom 3 chakras. Okay. Tiger's eye does. It's excellent healing crystal for the sacral chakra, and it'll energize you, rev up your sex drives, balance you emotionally, physically, and spiritually, and help you feel more flexible. Tiger's eye is also a wonderful gemstone for the root and the solar plexus. So a tiger's eye will balance your 3 bottom chakras. So if you're having issues with the bottom chakras, it does help balance those. That would be something you'd wear in a bracelet. Anything that you're working on with the bottom 3 chakras, wearing it on a bracelet because your hands are mostly down to your side, it does help balance it out that way. Or you can get yourself a set of chakra stones, lay down in bed, meditate with your chakra stones on your body to help cleanse them that way. Okay, there's many different ways to do it. Sound therapy works really, really good for this one as well. Aromatherapy does work for this. Also, meditation is awesome. meditation is a very, very awesome thing to do for this one. I know I'm just like bouncing back, forth, and all over the place over here. So, and again, affirmations is an affirmation is something that you say on a regular basis if it's something that you need. Now, let's see, get into some of the affirmations I actually have. I am open to receive all that life has to offer. It's just one of the suggestions I have here. I forgive my part and embrace all of the positive moments in my present. And that's a big thing, is forgiveness. A lot of times when we forgive, we won't forgive ourselves. We actually will forgive somebody else before we forgive ourselves in a particular situation. Okay, so let's get into a couple more over here. I'm only on the third one here. So now we're dealing with the third chakra, which is the solar plexus. Now, some of the addictions that can actually come out of this and some of the issues we're dealing with. Now, let's see. The solar plexus chakra, of course, is the third one. You're dealing with cannabis, cocaine, caffeine, guilty of caffeine, carbonated beverages, corn-based alcohol, which is beer, corn processed sugars. And again, this one is actually where it is actually located, located near the navel, and it plays a vital role in your digestion and your adrenaline, both of which are highly affected by using drugs by simply using or manipulating the way that your body normally reacts while stable. Issues include personal power, fear, anxiety, self-identification, and growth. With addiction, much of these emotional, mental foundations are actually screwed, and they attempt to cover up through the use of what's actually happening. Okay, so let's get into some of these. I know I have a book. So what we're talking about are emotional issues as well, because a lot of times our emotions is what's affecting and why a lot of people will go towards drugs, is what it is. We're dealing with efficiency, purpose, strive for perfection, details, mental and willpower, and anger is another one that's really affected by this. Let's see. Physicals, primal, divine principle, inner strength, self-control, purpose, metabolism. Oh, metabolism. I'll have to look into this. Let's see. Energies and your emotions deal a lot with this particular chakra is what we're dealing with. Let's see. One of the aromatherapy scents is ginger. Ooh, ginger. I like gingerbread cookies. Iron is the actual metal that you can deal with this. The fragrance, we're dealing with blueberry. Incense is cedar. And they're saying amber and citrine are really good gemstones for this particular one. Now, when we're talking about a blocked, and again, totally blocked solar plexus, like I said, there's a difference between imbalanced and blocked, overactive, blocked, imbalanced, okay? So when the chakra is actually, it could cause some issues. We're dealing with low self-esteem, inability to set and maintain boundaries, codependency, lack of self-control, depression, anxiety, and of course, addiction. These are in all the chakra books you look at, but nobody's looked at the deep detail of actually part of the addiction. Now, let's see. Closely for the digestive health. Now, blockage can actually cause issues in the system as well as common physical symptoms of the blockage. Again, ulcers is one of the things that we have. Poor digestion, gas, nausea. Let's see, diabetes, asthma, arthritis, organ problems, especially liver and kidneys, nerve pain, fibromyalgia, difficulty gaining or losing weight. Okay, so this might be something I need to look into soon. Thank you, Nikki. Now, a lot of things like overactive. You notice that when I'm talking about this, overactive usually affects us emotionally more than anything. Anger issues right off the bat, excessive stubbornness, desire for control, perfectionism, being overly critical, eating disorders, and ulcers and digestive issues. So out of that, there was only one physical symptoms. The rest deal with our emotions. Okay, so this is totally overactive. Things are going to happen. Let's see. Now, another blockage is ulcers, blood sugar, chronic fatigue, hypertension, liver problems, and gallbladder. Let's see. Emotional. Let's see. Physical imbalances. Digestive problem, liver function, chronic fatigue, high blood pressure, diabetes, stomach ulcers. Your pancreas, gallbladder issues, as well as colon disease actually come from this. Let's see, emotional imbalances, fear of rejection, criticism, physical appearances. So there's, like I said, there's a lot that actually can happen by these things either being overactive, underactive, or imbalanced. So these are things we need to work on. Some of the essential oils. I think I got into that. Amber and citrine. Now it's actually, and amber is actually used to cleanse and balance. It actually increases mental clarity and promotes confidence. So amber is really, really good, especially if you're dealing with the emotional aspects of things being off balance. Now, citrine is, they call it the stone of success. It cleanses and balances as well. It'll increase your personal power and your confidence as well. Lemon quartz, hard to get. Yellow jasper, yellow tourmaline, and tiger's eye are really good for this. Yoga pose, boat. If anybody does yoga, it's good. Aromatherapy, Reiki healing, meditation, sound healing. Again, of course, sound is always very good for people that love it. Now, this is the third chakra in some of the conditions that can actually happen. Now we're going to deal with the fourth, which is actually the heart chakra. Now, the heart chakra has other issues. Every chakra, some of them will repeat and some of them will not. Okay, so when we're talking about the heart chakra in some of the issues of addiction we have, if I give you the condition of addiction, maybe you can figure out what's going on. Now, the heart chakra is ecstasy, smoking, sugars and sweets, wine. Location, obviously, in the heart. The chakra deals with circulation, the immune system, the endocrine system. Emotional problems that arise have to do with compassion, tenderness, love of self and others, rejection, and well-being. Many people that PTSD from relationships tend to have a weak heart chakra. Also, after recovering from an opiate or heroin use, the sugar cravings can actually arise and affect the heart chakra in a negative way. So this is what happens. Yeah, I need to work on my third one as well. I mean, and the fourth for the smoking thing. So, yeah, I would love to get my my metabolism back up and running is what it is. So, now what we're talking about here. Okay, that was lemon quartz. Now what we're talking about with the fourth one, which we're dealing with the heart. Okay? Now, if your heart chakra is actually out of balance, okay, your heart chakra, which is, of course, where your heart is, you could be overly defensive, feeling closed down, jealousy, fear, intimacy, codependency, relying on others' approval and attention, trying to please at all costs. Always putting oneself in the role of savior or the rescuer, or on the contrary, falling into the victim mentality is what you can do. Let's see, excessive isolation, being recluse and antisocial, holding grudges and not being able to forgive people. That's another one that actually stems from the heart chakra. Let's see. Also, we are dealing with respiratory ailments such as lung infections and bronchitis, And circulatory and heart-related issues can actually stem from this. Now, when you are overactive, heart chakra, let's see, since your heart chakra is related to the emotions of love, people with overactive heart chakras are actually ruled by their emotions. They may be unable to regulate them and able to let go of past pain, not present pain, past pain. So we're dealing with emotional past pain. Let's see. Overactive also, lack of proper boundaries in friendship or immediate relationships, tolerating too much from others to the point of negative emotions, and that deals with self-care, acceptance of others without discriminant, losing your sense of identity. You need discernment as far as accepting others without discernment, giving to others to the cause without restraints. It's giving too much, saying yes to everything and everyone, even when it doesn't help you or even when you're going a bit overboard. Okay. So let's see. Codependency is another one with this. Another one is loneliness, shyness, social anxiety, being overly critical towards yourself and others, holding grudges, heart circulatory problems like high blood pressure, heart palpitations, and again, lung issues, inability to give and receive freely. Let's see, suspicions and fear, especially in friendship and romantic relationships, is what we're dealing with this one. And then let's get in over here. Over here, the heart chakra. Let's see. Sharing and trusting, flexibility, growth, new ideas, coping skills, balance comes from the heart as well as love. Let's see. Lungs, your lymph node, your immune system, allergies, blood pressure, circulatory, center of love, self, also deals a lot with emotional balance, self-esteem, forgiveness, emotion, sharing, and relating, respecting self and others also. And this also deals with ego. Heart deals with ego. That's what we deal with. So one of the aromatherapies for this is heliotrope. That you would actually have to look up. Copper. A lot of people wear copper bracelets because it's very healing. It heals the heart chakra. One of the fragrances is chamomile. Let's see, incense is rose, gemstones is green tourmaline, and kunzite. Kunzite! Normally green crystals do work very well, but there are some things that help. Let's see. Now, and again, you can deal with jasmine or lavender is really good as well. Neuro oil, geranium is another one. Let's see, orange again. See, I like orange. I just like the smell of orange. Now, any green leafy foods, herbs, and spices will help balance this as well. It'll help maintain the balance in your chakra. You can also do what is known as watercolor. It's just it's taking bottled water or water from your sink, whatever you want to drink, and just have little bottles and put a little bit of color in each one to match the colors of the chakra. Charge it in the sun. And when you do feel that particular chakra off, you drink the water, is what you do. You open up, you drink it. It's called water bathing, and it's another method to help you balance your chakras. Just a little information there. Now, let's see, what other crystals? Rose quartz, of course. Used to open and heal. Let's see, rose quartz meaning it's called actually a stone of heart. It's good for aiding in sleep. Let's see, alleviating the physical illnesses associated with the heart chakra. Oh, that's good. Also used to calm emotions, dispel negativity, and promote peace. Jade. I wear jade all the time. Jade is really, really good for this. It's used for balance. Also emotional and physical healing, as well as all the other heart ills. Green tourmaline, green calcite, and green aventurine as well. And again, forest bathing. Forest bathing is literally just what it sounds like. It's just laying down outside in the forest and just absorbing all of nature. It's really good for the heart chakra, okay? Meditation and establishing clear boundaries is another one that's really good for this. So let's see, we're going to get into the fifth chakra here. Take a swig. If anybody has any questions as I sit here and chat along, please let me know. I'm just used to going blah, 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 blah. Now, we're dealing with the throat chakra. Right off the bat, two chakras. The heart deals with smoking, and the throat deals with smoking as well. It deals with smoking. So the throat chakra, smoking, food in general. It's actually located in the throat. As you can hear, when you talk, as you're speaking, that's where your throat chakra is, okay? It can actually affect the thyroid and is normally associated with compulsiveness. This relation can form a natural compulsive behavior of using, shopping, overeating, or even mania in people who are bipolar. That's what gets affected. When you have bipolar disorder, you get what is known as mania. You go through periods, blah, 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 and the periods are. So that's what actually happens. So mentally, it governs independence and thought is what we're dealing with the fifth chakra. Okay, so let's get into some more information here. Now, the throat chakra, of course, is the fifth chakra located in the center of the neck. Let's see, it's a related element of sound. Through the throat, sound is, it's like air and vibration. As we're talking, we can hear the sound, and it is connected to our ears as well. So the throat, let's see, we have psychological and behavioral characteristics that can happen with the throat chakra. It's expression, particular ability to express your truth, to speak out. Compassion is what we're dealing with the throat chakra. There was one crystal, a connection with the authentic realm, most suitable realms in spirit and your intuitive abilities. Let's see. Also, realizing your vocation and purpose. Now, it does deal a lot with creativity. Let's see, what are some of the blockages? Here we go. When we have some like imbalances, okay, or blockages, so to speak, overactive, underactive, there's, like I said, psychological, physical, emotional conditions that can happen. You can have a lack of control over your speech, speaking too much or inappropriately, not being able to listen to others, excessive fear of speaking, small or impenetrable voice, not being able to keep secrets or to keep your word, telling lies is another one that comes from this. Or on the opposite side, a closed throat chakra might manifest as excessive secretness or shyness, a lack of connection with your vocation or your life's purpose deals with this particular chakra. I definitely need to work on the fifth. Yeah, and that's what it is. It's something I used to do on a daily basis is balance my chakras. I kind of got out of the habit, and it was like, all right, I need to refresh my information about why I'm doing this. I said, so yeah. Also, you could end up with you can physical symptoms as well, which is your head, mouth, throat, neck. Not uncommon to experience neck pain as well, headache, soreness, sore throats when flowing of energy of the throat chakra is actually disturbed. And there are some common physical symptoms. Again, chronic sore throat, frequent headaches, dental issues, mouth ulcers, hoarseness, thyroid problems, laryngitis, TMJ, and neck pain is what we're dealing with. I think we went over some of the emotional signs as well: fear of speaking, inability to express thoughts, shyness, inconsistency in speech and action. Social anxiety actually comes from the throat chakra. Stubbornness and detachment is another one. So you know people that are actually detached. Neck pain, of course, laryngitis. Now, some of the oils, peppermint and spearmint. Here's the thing, guys. Peppermint. If you take, I'm like a certified aromatherapist here. Peppermint. If you're on high blood pressure pills, stay away from peppermint. It knocks your high blood pressure off. Just so you know. Spearmint and peppermint. But you can also do chamomile as well. Or cypress. Okay. And again, we're dealing with blue. So any blue colored food, spices, and herbs, like blueberries. Blueberries are blue. Those are really good. Now, let's see. Some herbs you can use, actually sage, salt, and lemongrass. Now, if you're prone to migraines, I'd stay away from lemongrass as well. Now, amzonite, lapis lazuli is one of the crystals I used to wear around my neck to help keep my throat chakra open, because believe it or not, I was shy. I know. Now, it's used to actually open and stimulate and balance, is what the lapis lazuli does. It's the stone of truth, restores your ability to communicate effectively. So it was one of the issues that I had when I was younger. So I used to wear a lapis lazuli moon, is what I wore around my neck. Aquamarine is another good one. Turquoise, of course, is also very good. It's also used to dispel and balance, but it also dispels negativity and restores confidence to speak and express your thoughts more effectively. So it really depends on which avenue that you are looking to do. Meditation is a really good one for this one. All right, let's get back over here. I feel like I'm going to sneeze. Now, we're getting back over here. And again, emotional connections, feeling openness, ideas, healing nature. Okay, life force. That's what you're dealing with in your throat, is your life force, connectivity, and communication. So, respiratory system, ears, sinuses, neck, your pancreas is what we're dealing with. Also, the balance of your yin and yang. So, if some of you are off balance, it comes from your throat chakra. That's where the off balances comes from. Think of it this way. If you have an inner ear infection, what are you? Off balance. So, of course, emotionally, you're going to be off balance, because the ears are connected to what? The throat chakra is what you're dealing with. Now, let's see. On this one, the aromatherapy is eucalyptus. Ooh, eucalyptus clears my nose right up. So I like that. Fragrance is frankincense. That's another good one. Incense, sandalwood. I love sandalwood. Turquoise and azurite is what they're recommending over here for those. It's pretty cool. What do we have over in this one? This one is so many pages. So many pages. All right. So the throat. Now, the throat chakra actually influences our ability to communicate in a source of verbal expression and the ability to speak your highest truth. It actually has the power over our ability to trust, our ability to organize and plan. Also helps us to synchronize our ideas and healing, transformation, purification, faith, and understanding of certain things. Let's see, it's located in the neck. Emotional issues, communication, self-expression, feelings, and our truth is what we're dealing with over here. Now we have 2 more chakras to go through here. 2 more. Oh my goodness. 2 more. 6th chakra, third eye. This is your third eye. It's located right in between your 2 brows, is what we're dealing with. Now, it's all mood altering substances is what we have an issue with here. All mood, I have no idea what that says. All mood altering substances is what we deal with, okay? Again, chocolate and caffeine are one of mood altering substances. Located in the center of the brows, the chakra actually deals with the pineal gland. Let's see, melatonin, which regulates your sleep. Physical, addicts normally struggle with sleep problems, with either the lack of excess or bad dreams. Mentally, it deals with visions, consciousness, clarity, and intuition, trust and inner guidance. Meditation on this chakra can actually raise awareness and bring a sense of ecstasy through heightened thoughts. And that's really good. Heightened thoughts. Now, when we're dealing with this particular chakra, there are some issues, again, by being overactive, underactive, off balance. We're dealing with vision, intuition, perception of stability, dimensions, and movement of energy. Physical abilities related to clairvoyancy, clairaudience, especially, access to mystical states of illusion, connection to wisdom and insight, motivation, inspiration, and creativity are what we're dealing with this particular chakra. Now, some of the things when we're off balance that can actually go wrong with this one, feeling stuck in your daily grind without being able to look beyond your problems, to set guided visions for yourself. Overactive third eye chakra without the support of the rest of the chakra system can manifest as fantasies that actually appear more real than reality. Indulgence in our psychic fantasies or illusions. Okay. Not being able to establish visions for oneself and realize it. It's like your purpose, your vision. This is what I'd like to do. Rejection of anything spiritual beyond the usual. Not being able to see the greater picture and lack of clarity. Also, you can deal with migraines, sinuses, seizures, poor vision, sciatica. Also, again, depression, anxiety, delusions, paranoia. These are all things that come when our chakra is not balanced. Headache, vision problems, seizure, insomnia, sinuses, hallucinations, being judgmental, anxiety, mental fog. I like to call them brain farts. Mental fog, paranoia, and delusions. These are all things we deal with. Now, juniper, frankincense, another good one. Clary sage is another good one. Bay laurel. These are the essential oils that can actually help you out with this particular one. Is what we're dealing with. Now, this one. Okay, let's see. Psychic awareness and intuition, big picture, service, imagination, focus on the good, and clairvoyancy, of course. Now, the autoimmune connection deals with your nervous system, of course, your eyes. Endocrine system is awareness and meditation. Now, lavender is a good scent for this one. Lavender is a really good scent for this one. Let's see. Also dealing with star anise. That's a good fragrance. Incense is Genagale, and lapis and amethyst are the two that are really good for this as far as the crystals. Now, amethyst, again, amethyst is used to actually open and stimulate and balance, okay, this particular chakra. Amethyst is a healing stone that actually offers wisdom, healing, protection from harm. Now, as you go through like certain classes and things, or when you start to develop your abilities, you find that you have to wear an amethyst at all times. It helps maintain that protection and that balance. Moldavite is another good one. It's dark green. Purple fluorite can be used as well. It'll stimulate and balance. Black obsidian. It's actually used to stimulate and balance as well, and also helps from the negativity. And it also will help clear the chakra blockages as well. Affirmations, sound, of course, acupressure. All these things can help with this particular chakra is what we're dealing with. And again, anything purple you want to eat as far as food. Let's get into the last one and do a short chakra balancing. Now, when we're talking about the crown chakra, again, all mind-altering substances. Located at the top of the head, this chakra actually deals with the nervous system and the base of consciousness. It deals with and release of karma. So there, listen to that. It deals with the release of karma. When we're saying karma, we're saying negative karma. It helps release that. Spiritually, a meditation, mental restrictions, creative forces, and utility of oneness. This is especially important to open during meditation because it brings us closer to a higher power and actually gives us a sense of peace in unaltered reality. Okay, so this is what we're actually dealing with in this one. Now, let's get over to this for a second. Now, in the crown chakra, okay, we're dealing with the highest, it represents our ability to be fully connected spiritually, enlightenment, spirituality, connection to higher self, others, and ultimately to the divine universe. Learning about one's spirituality, information, understanding, acceptance, and bliss is what we're dealing with. And again, it's located at the very top of your head. And it deals with the cerebral cortex, the central nervous system, and your pituitary gland is what we're dealing with in this one. Now, let's get over here. Okay. Now we're dealing with the last one, the crown chakra over here. And then I think, yes, we do. Okay, so we're dealing with the crown chakra. Now, as far as atomically, it deals with your central nervous system, your head, cerebral cortex, upper spine, and your hair. I didn't know hair. I forgot about that. Now, emotional, it deals with spiritual love, compassion, peace, harmony, loving, thoughtful, focused consciousness, and cosmic love as well. Wow. It also deals with your divine principle, which is wisdom, inspiration, higher reasoning, and your awareness. Ooh, okay. Let's get into the aromatherapy is jasmine. Metal is gold for this one. Silver was for the third eye. Let's see. Mercury was for the throat. Fragrance, lotus. Incense is peony. And tourmaline and clear quartz for this one. Now let's see what it says for crystals on this one. Hold on. Let's see. Oh my goodness, that's the throat. That's the crown. Now the crown, we're dealing with depression, mental fog, chronic fatigue, migraines, other headache conditions, greed, and materialism. Sensitivity to light and sound. That's excessive energy on your crown chakra. Neurological or endocrine disorders. Boredom and frustration. A sense of entitlement or unearned accomplishments. Isolation, loneliness, ability to connect with others, a lack of direction, inability to set and maintain goals, feeling disconnected spiritually, thyroid, pineal gland disorders, Alzheimer's, recurring headaches, migraines, schizophrenia, delusions, depression, insomnia. Oh my goodness, there's a lot. There's pages of this one. Lack of empathy, dizziness, confusion, mental fog, seizures, light sensitivity. Oh my goodness. Let's see. So some of the other ones is cedarwood is really good. Frankincense again, jasmine, lavender. If it doesn't make you sleepy, that would be a really good one. Let's see. Some of the crystals, selenite. Selenite is, I have a piece right here actually. Selenite. Nice selenite. Selenite's good for protection too over your door. Now, selenite is a crystalline mirror. It actually opens and activates your third eye and your crown and your soul star, which is up above. It actually cleanses your aura field as well. So it clears congestive energies, lifts awareness to the higher planes, and compels one to move forward in light, helps to remove stagnation. So these are things, can you recommend good books on chakras? God. If I ever finish actually writing mine, I've got all of this is information I've compiled over the years, but I will look into a book for you. Diamonds also. Herkimer diamonds work just as well. Amethyst as well. Clear quartz. Now, clear quartz will amplify the energy, especially if it's not functioning. It has memory and programmable, brings brings heightened, you can program a quartz. You can program a quartz to work for anything that you want. Communicate, helps with guides, encourages clarity, amplifies psychic ability, stimulates the nervous system, grows hair and fingernails. Well, my nails are good. Now if I can work on my hair. Yeah. Now, that's the information that again, that's shortened because I could do one show on each chakra, literally. So these are the books I've compiled of all this, all private information. So what we're going to do right now before we close up this show is we're going to do a really, really short, simple chakra meditation you can do even on a break from work. Okay? It's really very simple. So all I want you guys to do is I want you to close your eyes. Okay? Not if you're driving a car. Don't close your eyes. But sit down just for 2 minutes. Funny, honey, funny. He's going to the kitchen with his eyes closed. So close your eyes for 2 minutes. Take a deep cleansing breath. And when I'm talking about a cleansing breath, I want you to breathe in through your mouth and out through your nose. What you're doing is breathing in positivity, blowing out negativity. And I want you to do that 3 times. Oh, it's in through your nose, out through your mouth. Sorry. Okay. Now what I want you to do is I want you to picture a beautiful white ball above your head. It's beautiful, it's brilliant, it's bright white, it's a mystical ball of energy. Okay. Now, I want you to take this ball and I want you to bring it all the way down to the base of your spine where your root chakra is. I want the ball to intertwine with your chakra, your red chakra. So mix the ball of this white energy in with the red. Spin it clockwise, your clockwise. Continue to spin the white ball with the red chakra, spinning at one speed. It's cleansing everything. It's taking out all the blockages, all the negativity. It's cleansing. Keep spinning these together until you see a beautiful red color. Continue to spin. Now, as it's spinning at one particular speed, I want you to pull the white ball out. It's beautiful, still white. It's still just above the root chakra. Bring it into your sacral chakra. That's orange. It spins clockwise. It's spinning at the same color, same speed. Merge these two together until you see a beautiful orange color. It's gorgeous. It's orange. They're merging together. It's cleansing. It's balancing. This is spinning at the same speed as the root. All of these will spin at the same speed, same direction clockwise. Pull this beautiful white ball out. Bring it up into your solar plexus, which is yellow. Merge them together. Allow these continue to spin until you have a beautiful yellow color. It's a brilliant, beautiful yellow. They merge together. All the negativity and energy is leaving. The blockages are leaving. They're all spinning the same direction and the same speed. Pull the white ball out. Bring it up to your heart chakra. Spin clockwise in this beautiful green. Continue to put the white in with the green. Allow the white to cleanse the beautiful green energy of your heart chakra. Spin that. Continue to spin that until you have a beautiful green. Pull the white ball out. Put it up to your throat chakra. Spin clockwise at the same speed. At the same speed, we have a beautiful blue, and the white is in with the blue. It's continue to spin it. It cleanses, it purifies. It's a beautiful, beautiful blue. Pull the white ball out. Bring it up to your third eye. The third eye is a beautiful indigo. Spin the white ball in with the indigo over the third eye. Continue to cleanse and purify your third eye chakra until you have that beautiful indigo color. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous color, and allow it to shine and cleanse. Bring the white ball out. Bring it up to your crown, which is violet. Spin the white in the violet. Beautiful violet purple. Spin that all at the same speed, the same clockwise direction. Allow it to cleanse, to balance, to purify your chakra. Continue that until the color is beautiful. Then take the ball up, out, send it to the universe to be recycled. Now, this can be done anywhere. It literally can be done anywhere you are. You can just close your eyes for a couple of minutes and just allow yourself to feel the cleansing energy of the chakras. You can also look up something on YouTube as well. YouTube has a lot of chakra balancing things. I prefer the guided meditation ones, which I used to take a lot of people on meditation for a long time. I haven't done that in a while. But this is just something quick that you can do in order to balance yourself out. So hopefully that gave you guys a little bit more information and a little more help. Michelle, I will research books for you on chakras. This is stuff I've accumulated over years, little here, little there, but I will see if I can find a complete book on chakras for you, and I'll let you know what I find. So hopefully that helped you guys out and enjoy. And if you know anybody else that's feeling off balance or out of sorts, or somebody that actually does need some help, let them know. Send this over to them. Hopefully that'll help them out as well. You know what I got to say? I got to say peace out, guys.